Hello and welcome to Cookery with Mason Storm. In this video we're going to look at making some lasagna noodles. The recipe is very simple, consists of eggs, flour, and salt. It's just a pinch of salt, and the eggs and the flour are mixed at a ratio of 100 grams for each egg, or 3/4 of a cup for every egg. For a typical lasagna dish, like a full-size pan, usually 4 eggs is more than sufficient. You could probably stretch it out and do it with 3, but doing 4 gives you a little bit extra, and at the price of flour, I think it's worth having a little bit extra pasta, because being short would kind of suck, especially if you want to do more layers, more thin layers. But just mix all the ingredients together and continue mixing and kneading the dough. As you can see in this section of the video here, it's quite strenuous. I have it sped up, and it's just a matter, once it's all combined, just keep mixing it, probably about 10 minutes, and then set it aside. And next, after we're done kneading the dough, we're going to wrap it in saran wrap and let it rest for half an hour. And let everything all kind of settle down, and it's just part of the process. Nice and easy. Pasta, as you'll see, is quite simple to make. Quite easy to make as well. Although mixing it, I guess that's kind of a bit of a physical thing. So then get out your scale and start dividing portions of your pasta. I divided mine into 4 pieces, and I have my pasta roller here. And I start at the lowest number, which is the widest the thing goes. And the first one is a little bit tricky to get through the machine. It might even be better to hand roll it out first before using it. Well, it is possible to hand roll out the entire thing for doing pasta if you don't have a pasta roller, but I think it's worth getting one if you enjoy your lasagna or want to make lots of it. And I just kind of wrapped it around there once, getting it through once, and then you're able to create a pasta loop, and then it's just a matter of turning the crank until all the pasta goes through a couple times, and then changing the setting so that it's a little bit tighter, and then repeating that process multiple times gets it to a nice thin consistency, and will make a very good pasta for your lasagna. The trick to keeping it centered is as you're turning, kind of pulling or pushing in the direction it's out of center, and you can kind of steer it as it's rolling, and that way you can kind of center it. That way it doesn't all just go to one end and kind of turn into a giant mess, which kind of sucks. It's a little bit of a technique to the rolling of the pasta, but it's not overly complicated. And the best thing with doing a hand pasta maker like this, and compared to like a KitchenAid attachment that's motorized, is you have plenty of time to correct yourself and just achieve a level of perfection that you don't normally get when everything's all automated. And I'm kind of a fan of using hand tools or doing stuff by hand, because the added precision of doing it this way really enhances the product. Of course, doing it with a rolling pin, you get kind of the same effect as well. It's just a lot of work to roll it with a rolling pin. My table here isn't the greatest for doing the pasta on, because the little lever that holds it to the table doesn't quite fit on my counter, and this is the only place that I can kind of get it to work. But it is what it is, working in the kitchen that I have. And once you get kind of thin enough, get some scissors and snip along the top, and then turn the crank till it comes out the bottom, and then take your pasta and lay it out on a cookie sheet that has a little bit of flour on it so it doesn't stick, and keep going and do the next one. There's our little looping technique there, and we're just kind of running it through. The way that the pasta machine works is that on that top lip there, it can kind of stick a little bit, so you kind of pull up as you're kind of turning it, and that way it doesn't really stick. And because if it sticks, it'll drag one section of the pasta much thinner than others, and that's it's not really a desired result. You want it all consistently the same. Just take your time. I know it looks really fast here. It's because the video's sped up. They're making this watchable in a single sitting, but in reality, I've really taken my time doing this. And sometimes too, if it gets kind of a bit of a chatter in it, run it through a few times on the thicker setting, or fold it over and run it through again. You can use the pasta maker to kind of knead the dough if you have to, but take your time. The pasta I'm making here, I'm going to be using in a spinach cream sauce chicken lasagna. So it's not your typical standard lasagna, and it's quite popular in my family. We like it more than the standard red sauce variety. I'm just going to show you quickly how I kind of make my lasagna. So this is our cream sauce. It's actually a cream of mushroom. We made it ourselves, and I did try to film it, but I didn't get very good camera angles, so I might do that in another video. We use the same mushroom sauce for a lot of different things. We use it in raclette and fondue. Makes a really good dipping sauce. If you don't want to make the sauce, you could probably just use the canned mushroom soup, and then just kind of wilt some spinach into it. And that other thing that we added there, that was cottage cheese, and we just kind of mixed that up with an egg in there, and mozzarella cheese and chicken that we cooked earlier. That's our family spice blend on it. And the really good thing too, when you do your pasta like this, it's like you can't really get anything any fresher, because we're just taking it right out of the roller. We had it on the table there probably like 5 minutes or whatever, and then we're already assembling it. If you're not going to assemble your lasagna right away, you can kind of do a pre-boil thing where you boil the pasta for a couple seconds or whatever, then it kind of stays a little bit longer. But I think if you're going to make pasta from scratch, you might as well use it right away. It doesn't really make sense to make it, then cook it, then dry it, and then you have basically the same as like store-bought, dry pasta. Yeah, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but you could do that if you wanted to. And experimenting with different flours, you can get different results as well. Like I just used standard all-purpose in this, but when you start using different flours, you can kind of get a little bit of a different effect there too. I rolled mine to, my machine goes to like 9 settings or something, and I just rolled it to 7, so not the thinnest it could go. There used to be a big trend of having really thin lasagna noodles with lots and lots of layers, but well, I didn't really do it this time. Just did the standard 4 or 5 layers or whatever, and it seems to work out pretty good, especially with a dish this size. But making pasta noodles, it's easy, and you can use the same recipe. You could cut it into little strips, and you can make your own spaghetti. Like, you can make any type of noodle you want. It's just a matter of mixing egg with flour at the correct ratio, and you can make all different kinds of pasta. So don't limit yourself with only making lasagna. But there we go, and into the oven we go. And that looks beautiful. So that's it for me. Stay awesome.